Good morning everyone and welcome to another one of my videos. Today we're going to be playing some ABZAN KAHEERA and then we're going to try and fit in some Naya Winota and Demir Control. We'll see how we get on. Idea with this deck, this is something we played in early access event that seemed sweet. Idea with this is just to kind of have a little bit of value between KAHEERA and some creatures, and then trying to basically use this as kind of an aggro slant to KAHEERA. We've got some Mythos as interaction, we've got some Necropanther to be able to mutate onto our creatures and get some value back. Necropanther's mutate hits everything apart from Questing Beast. So I'm going to see how this goes. We had some other cards in the previous build, but we've increased the land count just so we've got a little bit more consistency. We've got some Vivians on the board, got some Gem Raisers, Cubward, and some Cages and Agonizing Remorses. When we bring in the Cages, we need to take out the Necropanthers because that's kind of an ombo. So we'll see how we get on. Yeah, this sounds better. Leyline Parlor is probably pretty good as a life linker against this deck, so we'll keep that one. Gives us a little bit more mana to work with our Fiend Artisan. Just jam the line. Get the 3/3 into play. Can probably just go line into KAHEERA and just start hitting them. I'm gonna lead on Leyline Parlor because we might be able to play KAHEERA, get this Vigilant, hit for a little bit, and then play the Fiend Artisan and KAHEERA next turn, using the Shock Command we've now got. So white, black, Lotus. Sure. Mythos to deal with the oven is excellent. I do just want to get my creatures into play though, so yeah. So Fiend Artisan will be a 2/2 here because of KAHEERA. Also have Vigilance, so this gives us a lot of ability to do some stuff. There's no point killing the oven until we manage to deal with the Lotus, otherwise it'll just end up coming back. So maybe I didn't start the Questing Beast, you say? Yeah, let's just jam. I'll leave Kahira at home. But there's a whole chunk of damage. Even with them with a couple of cats and ovens, like we lose a little bit, but not a massive amount in the general reach here. Questing Beast is dealing 5. Yep. There's another one. Let's see what we can find. Don't need a land. Let me see if this cardboard live stuff is working. First time I've tried to use it. It doesn't look like it is. Oh, it is. That's good. Cool. Fine. Did we die? I feel like we died. Yeah, we did die. So, this is what we need the cages for. I'll want the Vivians as well, because we're taking out the Necropanthers and a couple of the Fiend Artisans. Guess we should probably bring in the Gem Rays and just cut all the Fiend Artisans. It feels pretty clean, as much as I would kind of like to not have to bring in the cage. It's the best answer to their stuff. So. Okay, on the play again. Not enough lands. That's much better. Exiling a Prowler, that's rude. Okay, we have infinite mana here, so hopefully draw one of our reasonable mana sinks here. Vivian would be excellent. They have a Fiend Artisan, sure. Okay, we found a Gem Razor, so that's a nice one to pick up. Cat. Priest of Forgotten Gods. Sure. Gonna play out a 5/5. I've got no reason to hold lands, do I? No. Yeah, we're pretty dead here, but yeah, it's bad attacks too. Right, let's move on to the next one. We've just got absolutely nothing there. Let's tweak it slightly. Companion filtering, and I want see 1, 2, and 3 creatures. Trying to think if Necropanther is actually not as good as just playing Lotus. but we don't actually have that much in way of. Put Alaris in, I think we'll cut a land. Gives a little bit more play, a little bit less risk to flood. This hand seems fine. Back up Kaheera. Okay, this is a pretty good hand against the mono red deck. So he says before he dies on turn 4. We'd really like to draw a Mythos so we can deal with the cleave. Ugh, gross. Oh, there's a Mythos anyway. Chandra's Spitfire A. Just kind of feel like we need to be aggressive if we're going to win this. They're going to be able to deal. What's that going to be? 4. 4 with Spitfire if Spitter attacks. Okay, just attacking for this. Just 1. Excellent. Another Spitfire. That's kind of scary. This Questing Beast isn't blocking, so, or isn't, they're not blocking it, so I'm going to hold this this Mythos now to make sure that we don't just, oops, I die. A moment with this Spitter attacking, this would deal 8, so they only need one other trigger. So I want to be able to force them to attack with this and these, and then we'll kill one of these once it's presenting lethal. Unless they're going to try and do something funky on blocks. I think that's how they're getting out of this. If that's the case, that's excellent. Nope, they got nothing. Cool. Nice. Okay, so we just want these Cub Wardens here. I feel like we've got our deck is kind of built to be kind of low to the ground for this matchup. We've got Leyline Prowlers as Lifelinkers already. So I think we're just cutting as good as Questing Beast was. I think we just need to cut a couple of them off the top. I think that's it. Yeah, this one's great. Our mana's slightly unfortunate here, where we need to take a lot of pain to cast our spells, but I think now I'm just supposed to play the line. Now I know they've missed the land drop and they've just got a dodger. Like, this might just be another light up the stage. Trying to dig for lands. Yeah. Okay, they found a land. And they've got a cavalcade, okay. Again, I think I'm just supposed to start applying a clock. As much as it kind of feels bad to be shocking in our lands. Really, you're not going for the cavalcade? Interesting. I guess I attack first, because if they try and double block Kaheera, then we can potentially Necropanther it back. It's taking 7. Sure. So we'll play a Grazer out. Put Temple into play. Don't need another land. Play Leafkin Druid out. Play another tap land. They have a lot of crappy little 1/1s, don't they? I'm gonna have to double block Kaheera here. And take 6. Thank you, come Kaheera, thank you. Sweet. That was a good showing of that deck. Getting to beat up on him on a red deck. Not necessarily the most aggressive build him on a red, although it should probably should have been, but decent result there regardless. Against Kruger, so it's going to be fires. This hand's reasonable. We're missing white, but I think it's still a keep. Like, we can go Leafkin into quest. Oh, this is a tap land as well, actually. That's kind of awkward. I think I'm just looking for white source. Because then this Mythos is on as well.
I know my responsibility.
This card's just garbage. When did we get rid of it? So like 6 months, right? I think I'm supposed to play the Grazer, get this extra land into play, and play the Lion.
I've got it.
Really? Okay, that makes slightly more sense. Num num Teferi, go away.
It's only a matter of time.
Sure. So now we get to play out Kaheera. And hit for 5. And then play out the Leaf Kindred again. And I'm assuming they're scrying to lands. Stomp the Kaheera, sure. Sure. Yep. Playing out one of these and activating the castle here. Do need to find some more gas. Don't want to just leave myself completely open to being Cladioned away. I guess Necropanther's our best draw right now. Cavalier Flame, sure. Yeah, Necropanther makes this a 3/3, brings up, yeah, Necropanther's lethal. So Necropanther's definitely our best draw. What did they ditch? Sphinx and another Cavalier, sure. That is not a Necropanther. Yeah, they've got no lands in the yard. Sure, let's attack with both of these. Because I have to trade off with one, I'm assuming. Yeah, fine. Get our scry on. Don't think I want the bronze hide. I think I'm just looking for, as I say, looking for the Necropanther so we can make some more lethal attackers. Fiend Artisan being a 6/6 is great here. This also can help us find a questing beast as well. Sure. How many cards are we discarding here? Discarding 2. And that's 1 land in the yard now, right? Yeah. Probably just Karuga at this point. Karuga draw 2. Yep. Okay, they can play a land, but that's them done for the turn, so. Kaheera. opponent doing math. Opponent concedes. Right, so in this matchup I want these Agonizing Remorses, and I think I want the Vivians too, just as kind of a threat that isn't a creature, and the Gem Razors. I don't think I want all the Grazers on the draw. I think a couple's fine. Leafkin Druid isn't impactful either. In fact, I think I'm more likely to want Grazer than Leafkin. We seem to have a lot of mana there a lot of the time. Same for Leyline Prowler, we don't need the life there. Cut all but one of the Leyline Prowler. No, let's just cut all the Leyline Prowlers, shall we? Let's cut. What do we want to cut? The Fiend Artisan was excellent there. It's always going to be big. Necropanther brings it back. Bondshide can give itself protection. I think it is just like one of each of these. Leaving the 2 mana ones just so we can try and get up a little bit quicker. Or are we supposed to go for like Cub Warden? Go like that? Yeah, that looks alright. Like, the games are going to go slightly longer anyway. Cub Warden gives us a bunch of creatures that we can then use for... they'll get pumped by Kaheera. That doesn't seem unreasonable. This hand is awkward, but I think it's a keep. I didn't think we had the black mana, but we do have, so we can Agonizing Remorse. And we're on the draw, so... Like, our curve is higher at post board, so we're 43% to hit a land. We're now 44% to hit a land, and we've got 2 turns to hit it, so we're now 45% to hit a land. Yikes. Just have to take the Conqueror's Death. Yup.
Right on schedule. That's more like it.
Well, that's kind of late to the party, but you know. I'll just play the Kaheera from my hand. There's no point in having this one and just get bounced back to my hand. Because that's exactly what's happening to this, so. Just means that we might end up having to discard at some point, so. I didn't want to shock that in. Let's just play the Kaheera out again. I changed my plan about 3 times through that play, so. I was like, I can do this, I can do that. I don't want to do any of that. Right, let's see what they ditch. Ditch 3.
Trust me, I have a plan.
I'm okay with the Clarion, to be honest. Like, we can guess they've actually got the Karuga. Let's just move on. Our mana's been super awkward. We've just drawn a bunch of 3s, so that's maybe a reason to keep in the Leafkins. Yeah, I don't think we need the Cub Wardens. Let's go with this. Yeah, this hand's good. This is an aggressive curve, so. I actually want an untapped green or white so we can cast one of these on 2, but guess that means I'm just supposed to remorse. We're not beating a Storm's Wrath, are we? We're just not beating a Storm's Wrath. Let's put Fiend Artisan out, because then it means we can double spell next turn. Storm's Wrath out of their deck rather than Shatter the Sky is interesting. Guess it means it doesn't kill their blue Cavalier. I don't have white for Teferi yet. Yep. Need to be able to get to holding up the indestructible for this. Yep. So it's just going to bounce one of these, probably the line.
Stand by and watch.
It's in the Artisan, sure. Scared of activate ability, maybe?
Hardly my worst defeat.
Let's get our Scry on. Questing Beast seems good. Play the Fiend Artisan out again. And we'll pass. Seems like a good turn to be able to hold this up and not just die to a Clarion or a Storm's Wrath. Sure.
Let's slow this down.
Sure.
I'll protect you.
Okay, they missed land drops, so just gonna jam these. Narset can probably kill the Questing Beast, but that's not the end of the world.
I'd prefer a peaceful resolution, but I'll fight if I'm strike with the cunning mind of the dragon.
Need to discard something with 4. It's not trivial. Let's discard a Cavalier. I mean, that's kind of a win, isn't it? Actually, just playing this land out,
I return
if
to
we're actually having some more mana wouldn't be the end of the world here. Sure. It's just like a Cavalier, sure. Right, what things can we get with the Fiend Artisan? Not a massive amount that's interesting. I mean, Questing Beast, but that's like pay 5 mana to get a Questing Beast. I think I'm still just supposed to play Kaheera. Can't push into that though at the moment, so There's what, 3 lands in there? 3 lands. Conquers Death, sure, let's get to the Kahira. So that's their spells, so what are they doing? Assuming this is again a no attacks kind of situation. That's a good draw. I really want this. Do I want to kill the Conqueror's Death or do I want to kill the fires? I think I kind of want to kill the fires. So that's just not doing that much for the next couple of turns, and then I can try and push through. Shame I don't have another mana to be able to use this. I think I'm just supposed to jam the Kahira this turn, put shields down and then go again. Then without fires means that they might not be able to pressure us. We don't really have any non-creatures, so it's not a big deal that this goes to that mode this turn. The bigger deal will be the returning a creature, like we'll be able to bring back their Cavalier they discarded earlier and do something with that, but if we need to we can Necropanther onto this to kill that next turn. That will also bring back this Fiend Artisan too, so assuming that everything stays around. Clarion, sure. I mean, I don't need to block, so I'm not going to. Hit me for 12, you gain 12, it's fine. Sure. Kenrith, sure. Sure, that looks like lethal. Okay, that was close. Definitely some decisions that could have, or some things that could have gone slightly better for us, but alright, we'll probably call it there for this one, trying to get through 3 decks this morning, so I like the core of this deck, obviously still quite a lot. I do want to try out this kind of deck with like Charm Strays, with Ludus and Necropanther as well. Like this is something I want to try rather than having like the Mana Dork kind of package. So like if we ended up, if we, just as an example, cut that down, played some Charm Strays, we could play some more Lurrus. and play, what was the other one we wanted to play? We can then play a Janny's Pridemate 2, War Art, and just kind of go for like a lifelinky kind of theme. Probably don't even need the Questing Beast. Maybe this is just a white black deck. Try and do something like that. I can't think what we would want to do with that, but I don't want to save, so go away. Yeah, that's all I've really got to say on this one. The deck's still sweet. I still like it a lot, what it's doing. I just think that it's kind of awkward that we don't have like a Paradise Druid in this deck. If we had Paradise Druid rather than Leafkin Druid, I think I'd be happier, because then we've at least got something with a little bit of power. The fact that to kind of make the mana work and having the mutate work, we kind of have both of these. It's kind of awkward. Kind of having to play like 26 lands to try and 25 lands to try and help us hit things, but we don't really have any mana sinks. Might be right that Vivian should be in the main. Yeah, if it's something you're interested in seeing more of, please let me know, and we'll try and give this another go at some point, but probably parking it again for the time being.